If she posted, she was going to a festival, he wanted to know so he can show up at the festival. Hey family, and welcome back to another episode on our true crime series. Today we'll be talking about Molly McLaren, who was a beautiful 23-year-old girl who had such a promising future until she was stabbed to death by her ex-boyfriend. Molly met Joshua Stimpson, who was 26, on a dating app. And in the beginning, everything was so beautiful. She was so in love with Joshua. They had so much in common. Just like any relationship, they wanted to spend so much time with each other, and that's exactly what they did. After so long, Joshua was introduced to Molly's family, and everyone seemed to love him in the beginning. Not long after that, things start to change. So Molly noticed that Joshua was becoming more possessive. He wanted to be around her more, so much that he quit his job so he can literally be around her 24/7. She was in college, so she needed to study and, stay up on her homework or whatever. And he would literally sit on the bed and just stare at her or try to get her to go do other things. And she was like, listen, I need to study. After so long, she would notice changes in him, right? So they would go to her family house for holidays, and they would notice when she's dancing with her family, he would get mad. He would literally sit there upset that she was dancing with her family. That's very weird. Even when she would have girl nights, they'll, go out to a bar to have a drink or go to a restaurant to have a drink. He would just pop up out the blue and join in on the festivities. And everybody thought that was weird. That is really weird. Like,
that's stalkerish
right then. Stalkerish. She got so upset about the situation that she was like, okay, listen, I'm ready to call this quits. Like, I don't want to do this anymore with him. And it took her a while to just, call it off and break up with him. But finally she had enough and she was like, you know what? I'm done with this. So, he begged her for the longest. Yeah, I don't break up with me. Let's work this out. Let me know what I can do. But at this point she was over it. One day, Molly decided to go to the gym. At this point, she had blocked him because, let me take it back. So before she went to the gym, before that incident, she decided to go ahead and block him on all social media platforms. She ended up pressing charges on him. She didn't want anything to do with him. No contact. She didn't want him to contact her. Social medias and everything, she blocked him, right? So he decided to go on social media and basically, bash her and all this. So she didn't want anything to do with him. He knew that she blocked him. So he found this other girl to basically stalk her and let him know everything that she was doing. If she posted, she was going to a festival, he wanted to know so he can show up at the festival. She was out one day with her friends at a restaurant, and he came to that exact restaurant with another girl. Literally walked past her table so she can see him, and that's creepy. That's super creepy. She didn't have any feeling at that point. She didn't have any feelings towards him anyway, so she was like, good. I'm glad he's with somebody else, basically. So one day she decided to go to the gym, and she posted on her social media that she was going to the gym. Now, we have to be super careful about that. And I know a lot of times we don't think about simple things like that. We just want to, get it out there, the things that we're doing. But I honestly don't feel like it's safe to post what you're doing in the moment that you're doing it. Say, for instance, if we go to New Orleans, like, we're not going to post, hey, we're going to this specific restaurant when we're at that restaurant. We might post about it later on when we're gone. But that's definitely something to look out for. But in the moment, Molly wasn't thinking about anything like that because she had already blocked him on everything, so she knew he couldn't see any of her information.
So she thought.
So he figured out she was at the gym. At this point, she has like a no contact order against him. The police even contacted him and, tried to convince him to leave her alone. And he basically said, and I quote, "I haven't done nothing wrong. And if you think I have, there's more to come."
And that's crazy. Because now that they go back and look, and now that the police go and follow him around, he was on camera. Was it a Walmart? He was on camera at some store buying a pickaxe. And it was weird, and bro just looked at like he was just going on about his day, but he didn't have
bought a pickaxe and a knife.
Yeah, pickaxe and a knife, and it was crazy. Like bro would just show up places where she was at. I remember at one point they said he showed up at a bar where she was at, and he just stood up and started screaming out that she broke up with me and all this kind of stuff, trying to embarrass her and things like that. And she went to the police on him like 1, 2, 3, a couple times, and they contacted him every time, like she said.
Yeah.
He basically said
he was basically stalking her.
And she didn't even know it. Like he had this unknown girl on Facebook to forward him everything she say, pictures when she would get dressed up and go out. This girl would forward this picture so he'll know what she wearing. He'll know exactly where she gonna be, and that was weird.
So weird.
You gotta watch your surroundings.
So definitely, I'm big on that too. You have to watch your surroundings. You have to every day. And so Molly decided one particular day to go to the gym. And while she was in the gym, guess who showed up? Joshua.
And she was upstairs in like a private room.
A private room by herself.
Just by herself. And bro come sit his mat right beside her.
And we're going to insert the clip. In the clip, you can see him come up the stairs. He peek in the room and see that she's in there. He turned around like he was going to leave. But I guess contemplated whether he wanted to leave or not. So he turned back around and went in the room with her. At first, she was working out, so she didn't notice who he was. But when she did, you can tell she got spooked. She looked up and she texted her best friend and she texted her mom and was telling both of them that how scared of him, scared she was. And how he showed up. He just popped up to where she was. She took a picture of him. She recorded him. He was over there working out. At one point, she walks up to him, and you can tell she's talking to him, but he's not making, any contact with her. He's not talking to her. He's just working out. So she goes back to her spot. After so long, he gets up, he rolls his mat up, and he leaves. So she stayed in the gym for a while, because she was scared at this point. So she was like, okay, I want to give him enough time to leave before I walk out.
I wish she would have called the police right
I
there,
do
caught him in
too.
action. But she wasn't
I
thinking.
do
She was
too.
thinking that I could just wait, go get in my car and leave. And it's broad daylight, so
Right.
I would also be thinking like he ain't finna ambush me in his parking lot in front of everybody.
Right. So she thought. And the moment she walked out of the gym and made it to her car, he bum rushed her and stabbed her 75 times. At one point, some guy seen what was going on in the parking lot and he tried to pull him off of her, but he wasn't successful. And he could tell at that moment there was nothing else that he could do for her.
Yeah, like bro, he said that he was trying to pull him off of her and he couldn't get a grip on her legs because he had so much of her blood on him that that the guy's hands was slipping off his legs. So he ambushed her and she was screaming, blowing the horn, trying to get people to
see what was going on.
But and he didn't leave the scene either. He
nope,
stayed there. When the police got there, I guess they located him somewhere in the parking lot and they asked him where was she at, and he said she over there in the car dead. I just killed her.
Yep, like, that was his word.
He was heartless, bro, and it was all because of a breakup, and he was stalkerish from the jump. Once you think about it,
he had mental issues, but I really don't.
It's crazy how it started because everybody said that they loved him at first, like he was a good guy. They just liked him, they loved him, but bro quit his job. He didn't want her dancing with her family. That's weird, bro.
That's weird. Like, it was several signs in there that, you know, she definitely needs to end it. Not knowing that, you know, ending a relationship would ultimately end her life. Yeah. And I really hate that, you know, happened to her. It's so sad. Watching this story and reading the articles about it, it makes me really, really sad to know that, you know, she just wanted to live her life. She didn't want to deal with all the extraness, and just because she decided to walk away, he decided to end her life. If he couldn't have her, nobody could have her. And that's, you know, that's so sick to me and so sad to me. And I really hate that that happened to her. But we really wanted to just shed a little light on her case and on her situation. And we're really praying for her family. And we hope that they find a little peace within, you know, this situation. But that's pretty much it, you guys. We thank y'all and we appreciate y'all for watching our true crime series. If you have any cases that you would like for us to cover, leave them down below in the comment section. Also, give us a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting on? Go ahead and subscribe and join the family. And we'll be back with more episodes. Peace, love, and happiness, y'all. Bye.